So, so as we're watching, this was a Sean Feucht concert that was happening in Montreal, Canada, where the police were being called, and there was this big old protest outside, and Montreal police came and basically, tried to pull him from the concert because he didn't have a permit, and they tried to say he was having a concert, but I mean, man, he's just playing in a church. This is a church in Montreal. Okay, it's not like this. It's not like a park where you have to set up a stage, or and you have the big old speakers, and you're drowning out the park. I mean, this is literally inside a church in Montreal. I think, Matt, you're probably pulling up some other footage of that, are you?
Trying to
No.
get something.
Anyways, yeah. So what is Montreal doing here? I mean, what's happening in Canada? Why is Canada going after Christians? I mean, uh, if Canada doesn't get their act together, man. I mean, Canada's allowing Islam to pray in the open. Canada's allowing Islam to, let Islam run free and do, practice their religion as they will. But yet you don't allow a Christian to worship in a church, to play music in a church. Oh my, how Canada has fallen. And we've got Brother Matt. You want to contribute to the Sean Feucht feud?
I've been really trying to soften my heart towards Brother Winger. I had a conversation with somebody that was had worked for Dr. Michael Brown here. I actually had a phone call with him. I've been trying to get a hold of him for quite some time because he kept commenting on my post online saying, I used to work for him. The situation is much worse than what you think. So I always reply back to him, okay, well, if that's the case, I want to talk to you on the phone. Let's have a conversation. I finally had that conversation. He really knocked my socks off and essentially convinced me in the course of a good hour, based on what he said in my own discernment, that Brown is probably a messed up dude, actually, and I've been in defense of him. And Mike Winger is just constantly ticking me off. He's been a thorn in my side for so long, and my heart's really been getting so hardened towards Mike, and I just can't stand him. He was like repulsing me. And so I've just been trying to keep my mouth shut regarding Mike for a little bit, and Mike has recently brought to the attention of everybody this whole Sean Feucht scandal, which we had talked about previously on the show, which is about Sean's supposed misappropriation of funds and such. So along with this is what Mike Winger had to say. He says, an example of a lie told, Sean Feucht claims he was firebombed in a church. He boasts that they kept worshiping anyways. One commenter is skeptical what really happened. Looks more like he had a gender reveal party. Somebody tossed a smoke bomb on stage, and he loved it, asking people to get a picture of it. Lying to financial donors in ways that make them think you are more heroic than you are is a serious problem. Lying is often a pattern. A man who lies like this makes you wonder what else he lies about. And gosh, man, I don't even know what to think about it because I'm just trying to be quiet about Winger to begin with, but he just takes every opportunity in order to hang people out and thinking that he knows everyone's motive. And like Sean going onto his own Facebook page and saying that he was firebombed. I mean, am I just like an excuse maker for people or something? Or is it like, are we not allowed at all, like, to even intentionally miscommunicate or like exaggerate what's taking place? Like saying that he got firebombed on stage, like that's the end of the world. Now I've got to assume that assume that Sean is just like some terrible guy who always lies about everything. I just don't like what Mike Winger is constantly doing, man. And I can't be consistent in my narrative of trying to give this guy a second chance. I just can't stand constantly accusing the body, constantly doing it. But like I don't want to turn this into a Mike Winger thing. This has such problems. Robbie Dawkins recently came out on the Minor Prophets website, who I really respect, Robbie Dawkins, and he was talking negatively about Todd White, you know, And like that made me think a little bit more because I love Todd. I just anyhow. So who do I trust, Alex?
Well,
What do I do?
listen, man. You know, I think it's honestly, I don't know the whole scandal with whatever happened with the retail stuff, or the realty stuff or real estate stuff that Sean is being accused of. So I can't necessarily speak to that. When it comes to what happened in Montreal with Sean and his ex post saying that he was just firebombed and he dodged the bomb and we are still going. I mean, and for Mike to come out and call him out for lying, like I think that's just like nitpicking a little bit. You know, that's my initial thought behind it. I think he's just trying to nitpick, and in that scenario, I'm not speaking for any other case or anything. I haven't watched any of Mike Winger videos, exposing Sean or anything like that, so I can't speak to that. Um, yeah, like obviously firebombed. Like, yeah, he could have said smoke bomb. I mean, maybe that is a little bit of an exaggeration. He said he dodged the bomb, and it looks like he probably did. I mean, it is a smoke bomb. We can say that it is a smoke bomb. Obviously it's not a firebomb, so maybe it's a lie. But do you have to call him out for it? Like because he said a firebomb? Like, do you have to blast somebody who is obviously receiving some type of persecution? And I don't know that Mike Winger's receiving any persecution, but I do see that Sean receives it more than a lot of other people. And look, I'm not trying to defend Sean in any way. I think he comes from Bethel. I'm not a fan of Bethel. I know me and you've had our run-ins about that before. I'm not a fan of him. I don't even know if he still goes to that church anymore. I don't even know. But what I know, what I've seen
We
from
all love
Sean,
Bethel, but yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
I don't know about all that, but you know, uh, what I've seen from Sean over the years is he's received a lot of persecution for just going and worshiping, playing gospel music, worship music, gathering together, practicing his faith. I've seen him suffer a lot of persecution. When people suffer a lot of persecution, I have respect for them because, and Sean, um, I've seen his, again, just some of the stuff he's gone through. And he continues to do it with peace, with love, with passion. And I think that shows from what I see to his fruit. Again, I can't speak on any of the financial stuff, allegations. But yeah, that's just where I'm at with that.
I feel I can. I'm just trying to get my mouth shut. But he's like, I just want people to start. Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. All I want is to be right before the Lord. I don't want to be an accuser before the brethren, man. There's so many things I give a pass on in myself, but I don't give myself a pass for opening my mouth in condemnation against brothers and sisters and then thinking that I know, what their heart or what their intents are. And when they speak, I'd rather be naive 1,000 times than to say, oh, they're lying. Just like the way that I'm calling Netanyahu a liar, or saying, oh, he's talking out both sides of his mouth, even though he's telling you something. I don't treat believers that way, when they've got fruit that I believe and I stand behind. So I don't want to get into another therapy case with Mike Winger, but I'm trying to let this whole thing process because honestly, the conversations that I had with this guy, which I'm still trying to decide if I should do a formal interview with him or not, because honestly, I don't want to get in the middle of all this exposed ministry stuff because I feel like it brings so much condemnation. When I die, I want to have this is self-preservation. I want to not have I want to have a lenient judgment, and then therefore I'm not trying to harshly judge others, but I also don't want to take advantage of what the Lord says about let's just let people get away with stuff, just so that I can have a lenient judgment on Judgment Day and the measure by which I judge others, is going to be judged back at me. It's like the only thing I actually care about that I love is in this whole Christianity mess is what we don't have, and that's unity. Like, we don't have any unity. Like, I don't even get emotional about anything except for the little tiniest bit of unity. You know, I get so emotional about, and I love it. And it's because we're so deprived of it. So I wish people would just, I wish people start attacking Mike Winger. But, but what if I'm the one who's
Yeah.
wrong?
So in other words, you don't want any beer on your social media
I don't have any
when
beer.
you.
I don't even
No,
like
I
beer.
know. I'm just. I mean, I
I
know.
know,
I'm,
I
I'm
know.
talking about.
But I don't have
Yeah.
to resist beer. I have to resist pot. I have to resist marijuana. Someone smoking beer to me means nothing. I hate to taste the beer. Someone
Smoking
brings
beer.
a someone drinking beer means nothing. I don't have to resist no beer. But they're smoking a joint next
Oh
to me.
man.
That's when I got to put on the armor of God and get
Yeah.
the
You,
heck away
you
from
bet.
them.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I
better not
have.
be.
Beer means nothing, man. I don't
You
care.
better not
It's
be smoking the
disgusting.
devil's lettuce.
No, but
Okay.
even as a born again Christian, I struggle. Like, I can't be around those friends who smoke weed because it is too great. I'm not going out and having sex. I'll never do that. But I just can't. But I could slip and smoke some weed, man. And like, so I can't be around it. What am I even talking about at this point? Please, can we just get along? I mean, Sean, he gets the Antifa and these people attack him on stage, and Canada is a bunch of nut jobs that are first in leading destruction of freedom of speech and leading the cause for hate speech and everything, and ushering in the pro LGBTQ agenda. And look at how they treated COVID and everything, But instead, we gotta jump down his back, jump down Sean's throat.
Yes.
Anyhow, whatever.
Yes.
Let's not do it because this is a whole therapy
Yeah.
session. And you don't have time.
Yeah.
I really want to start doing these. We watch the videos that Winger's doing in full form, doing commentary on them. You don't have time for it. If anybody
Not
out there
yet.
wants to do
Well,
that,
listen.
let me know.
Listen. Yeah.
Because
Look.
I'm nuts. You
Maybe I
can't
don't
just
have time
trust
for it.
me.
Listen. If you guys are being blessed by this, and you guys are being led, consider supporting the ministry, Faith the Nation. We do have a link in the description where you can go to donate. And for those that have already donated to this project, we thank you very much. We appreciate your support. God bless you. And be sure to like and subscribe to the new YouTube channel, Faith the Nation, as well. Also, if you want to follow us on X, a link to that is also in the description below. Really quick, I know we're going to get to public schools and God, how God is coming back in a major way. But before we do that, brother, this is the kind of stuff we were talking about. The famine in Gaza. This is a post from Bernie Sanders that I just so happened to come across. This is recent. This is new.
You got something. You
Literally,
got some. You got
a few.
whatever. You got something messed up on
Yeah,
your
a
screen.
few.
I don't know. You got two.
Oh,
You
oh,
got
you know
two
what?
thingies
That's why.
open.
Let me do that.
You have
Let me.
two. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
How
go.
was
You're
that?
good, John. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. So Bernie Sanders says Netanyahu says there's no starvation in Gaza. That's a lie. Trump and Congress must decide. Will you continue to support the starvation of children? Are you willing to use all possible U.S. leverage to stop this horrific humanitarian disease? This is all prefacing Gaza. And look at the first uh, comment here. At Grok, what year are these images from? These images are from 2016 showing malnourished children in a hospital in Hudaydah, Yemen, amid the civil war there. They do not depict the current events in Gaza. This is the type of stuff. This is from Bernie Sanders. Now, I don't know if Bernie Sanders actually posted this. This is probably his, you know, his PR that did this. But I mean, and look, this is a sad, sad picture. Nobody wants to see children like this. But when you're recycling images like this to propagate a current event, I mean, there has to be accountability. This is misinformation coming from the liberals. Misinformation, straight up, man. And this is the same woman, right? That's the same woman that was in that photo that's being propagated. And it's just sad, man. I mean, it's sad and I hope this person's still alive. I hope this child's still alive. um, and one day finds Christ. But anyhow, this is so. That's it. I just wanted to just came across that. Wanted to share that.
Okay.